Hello everybody. Alright, in this video we're going to be looking at Bevy Material UI 025. This library in its current version 025 hasn't been released just yet. It's going to be released soon, maybe today or tomorrow. But I thought I'd go ahead and make a video to show how to look into the project, how it's organized, um, what the feature improvements have been, and some details around performance and how to gauge what the library can do. So let me go ahead and start the showcase application, and I'll just do cargo run example showcase, and I'm just going to build it in dev mode. It takes a bit to start. It's taking long. Alrighty. Okay, so let's go to the select component, which was a component which got a little bit more work done. This time we have virtualization enabled on it, so you can see that it's now hitting the clipped VSync setting here, so we're at about 60 frames per second. And this is on a dev mode, so let's go ahead and turn the VSync off, and you can see that it jumps up to over 100 frames per second. And that's with scrolling and stuff. You can see how the performance is really improved. Another thing you can see is how just overall performance has improved too, just by doing that. So we know that adding the virtualization to the select component really was impacting the whole system. So let's go ahead and stop it, and let's run it again, but let's add the release mode on it. So let's do release. Let's do, yeah, let's run it like that. Okay. Let's see if we did cargo run release. Okay. And again, it's clipping here, but let's go ahead and turn that off. And you can see that it's jumping up to about 700 frames per second. And we scroll down to the select component, which has the virtualization, and you can see that it's sticking to that number. So and as we scroll up and down, mouse wheel up and down, we see that it stays pretty close to that 700 frames per second. Alright, so another thing about the project as a whole is how it's laid out, right? So you'll want to come in here and find your components, and they're all going to be inside of the source folder. So inside of source, you'll see we've got adaptive, animation, badge, button. That's how all the components are set up in the project. the examples for them, that's all of these demos. You can see those here, that they're inside of the examples folder, and each one of these has a view under the showcase to actually organize the example itself. So if you want to run one of these examples alone, you can simply go in here and type in cargo run. Let's do example, and we'll say, let's say we want to do the select example, so we'll do select demo and set the features up to be Bevy minimal, and you can say no default features. That way you can run with only the 2D, the UI features essentially turned on. So this kind of shows you just in isolation the select component. And I think one of the cool things about doing it this way is you can kind of see, apart from all of the 3D capabilities of Bevy, that you can also simply run one of these components as a 2D UI only kind of component. So that's one of the things I wanted to show. Is someone asked me a few weeks back if Bevy was good for creating non-gaming applications, like could you use it to just build an application. And with frame rates like that, and with a component library like Bevy Material UI, you could actually imagine seeing highly performant 2D UI applications written this way. In a future demo, I'll probably put together a Android and iOS application using Bevy Material UI and just keeping the Bevy components down to a minimal. And that'll probably be in a few weeks when I can put that demo together. In the meantime, look forward to the release of 0.25, which will be soon. And if you're liking these videos, subscribe and click like and stuff. And thanks for hanging out. All right, shalom.